Hi everyone, I'm Rachel, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my 5 favourite makeup books. I am kind of going to do it in reverse order. I sort of have an order to these. Some of them are newer ones and some are ones I've had quite a while. Okay, so I'll start with my 5th favourite and my most recent one, and you'll probably see it on YouTube and the internet a lot at the moment, and that's the Lisa Eldridge book, Face Paint. All the other ones are going to be like lookbooks, but this one is the history of makeup instead. It's really interesting. It starts, you know, right back with the Egyptians and covers ancient Rome and Greece and then medieval, Tudors, all of that. Then there's also these pages where it's one of her makeup muses. I'm not going to show too many pages of each book because I think that kind of spoils it. One of my favourite things about the Face Paint book is that she shows off a lot of her vintage makeup collection, and then she also shows old adverts. I really like those. I've seen some old makeup adverts as posters. I would love some of those. So yeah, here is a page where she shows off her Mary Quant collection. And yeah, that's definitely my favourite part of that book. So I'd only recommend this book if you're really into makeup, if you're just dipping your toes in or you want to know how to apply it. It probably isn't for you. The only thing I will say about it is it's probably best to read it in small chunks rather than like the whole book at one time. I literally read all of it the day I got it, and then it can be quite repetitive because throughout history people use a lot of the same stuff. But yeah, it is a really good book and lots of fun pictures in it. This book is quite big and there's like around about 280 pages, and I think it's about £20. Okay, the second one I'm going to show is Bobbi Brown Pretty Powerful. It doesn't have like amazing, interesting, original makeup in it, like nothing that really inspires me. However, it's all about transformations and it shows before and afters, and I love those. I absolutely love them. Like for people maybe like my husband who doesn't see why we apply makeup and just doesn't see the point in it, and in fact he always says he can't like tell the difference with, you know, before and after apart from like the crazy stuff. Yeah, I think it would be great for somebody like that because there's lots of full page befores and afters, and I love to just go through it and just look at how much difference just concealer makes, or a nude eyeliner, or mascara. I just love it for that. Can you see how cold it is in my house? I can see my breath, but I'm not sure if it's showing up on camera. It's also quite big, so you get quite a lot in there. There's a few celebrity makeovers, but I'm rubbish and I don't actually know who most of them are. But yeah, it's all about making subtle changes just to enhance your natural beauty, and the chapters are kind of cool, pretty natural, pretty radiant, pretty strong, pretty classic, pretty authentic and pretty bold, and those are the different kind of makeups throughout the book. But yeah, there's nothing super dramatic, but I just love being able to see how different somebody looks with just a few subtle changes. The Bobbi Brown book is this big and there's 287 pages, and I think it's about £20, I can't remember. Okay, my third one I'm showing is this Ray Morris, and this one is just Makeup the Ultimate Guide. I've had a few Ray Morris books over the years and then I've taken other ones out from libraries. If you're a beginner, I highly recommend checking out some of Ray Morris's books. Quite often at the beginning of her book she's got like lists of makeup you should have, you know, talks about skin tone and like talks about all the different brushes. I used to have a lot of books that were all that kind of step-by-step explaining things, but I gave a lot of them away because I just didn't feel like I needed them, and unless the makeup in it was particularly interesting, it just wasn't something I wanted to keep. But I just think the Ray Morris ones are really easy to understand, and some of her looks are really beautiful. Like that's really simple, but it's quite edgy, just the white liner. There are, if I remember correctly, there are a lot of bronzy looks in this. See, she sort of, as well as showing the finished look, there are a few step-by-steps in it as well. There's that pretty purple look. If if you're not that experienced in the makeup world and you want to know more, I really recommend checking out Ray Morris's books. Again, you know, just don't have to buy it, just take it out from the library. I think the Ray Morris book is about £15 and there's 246 pages. It's on the smaller side of the ones I'm showing. Okay, the fourth book I'm showing is this one. It's by Franceseca Tolot, and it's One Woman, 100 Faces. I had it as a Christmas present last year, and it's the same model used throughout. It's over quite a long time period. Let me find out. So these photos were all taken over 22 years, and Francesca's husband took the photos and Francesca did all the makeup, and the model is called Mitzi Martin, and there's just lots of really experimental looks in here. This one, this sort of green goddess one. I love showing people this book because they can never believe that it's the same person used throughout, because she can look so different depending on what's done to her. So yeah, that book I highly recommend. I've been through it a lot of times in the last year. I always think about recreating some of the looks, but I've never done it yet. That one's about £30 and the pages aren't numbered, so I can't tell you how many there are, but it is quite thick and it is very big. It's always worth checking with different sellers online because I think the prices of these kind of books do change a lot. My favourite makeup book. I have actually shown this on my channel before because I showed it in my IMATS haul, because I got this at the London IMATS 2015. I'm going to slaughter this, but it's by Lan Nguyen-Grealis, maybe. And I had the pleasure of meeting her at IMATS. And my book is signed. It was really cool meeting her, and I got to see her do a demo, and it was amazing. She does a lot of editorial work and some really experimental, edgy stuff, if you can't tell from the front cover. She talks about her history and how she got into makeup, but then she also shows off some of the crazy stuff she's done and explains how she experimented a bit, and she really likes to work with new makeup materials. So when I saw her, she was being sponsored by Kryolan and using lots of Kryolan stuff, but she uses lots of their special effect materials to create beauty looks. Another one. There's a really cool bit at the back of this book as well, and I keep meaning to try some of the things from it and forgetting. There's a few step-by-step pages, and then there's this page, ideas for coloured eyes, and it's just different shapes and patterns and textures you can do. I do keep meaning to try some and forgetting. So if you're well immersed into the makeup world and you really like creating bold looks, and if you really want to like push limitations, then I think you'd love this book. So the book is this big. I think there's 207 pages, and I think the price fluctuates between about £20 and £30. I'd love to know what your favourite makeup books are. If you think there are any really good experimental, colourful ones that I might not have, that I might not have mentioned anyway, then please let me know about them. I do check Amazon and the like every so often to see if there are any new ones out, but I find a lot of makeup books just a bit boring. I've bought a few and, you know, passed them on, or I've taken them out from a library first to check. And I just think some are really simple and you can just learn more on YouTube now. The cat is coming to say hello. Sorry. But yeah, I'd love to know what your favourites are. Oh, sorry. And some books I would love to get are the ranking ones that he does with makeup artists. He did one with Alex Box a while ago and you just can't get it now. Like when it appears on Amazon or eBay, it's always about £100. And I'm still kicking myself years later, like 6 years ago, maybe longer. It was actually on Amazon for about £30–40 and I could have got it and I don't know why I didn't. And I'm never going to be able to get it, I don't think. That's my dream book, but then he does have other collaborations, I think. I think there's an Andrew Gallimore one. There's definitely 2 more. I'd love to get those ones. Oh, you need to see her face. Hello! Say hello. It's normally the other one pestering me. Say hello. So I hope you enjoyed that, and maybe if you were thinking about getting a new makeup book, maybe that's given you some inspiration. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.